Randy Orton has won the Elimination Chamber, but does that mean he's going solo versus Drew? Let's talk about it. And I ain't talking Trick Williams. So drop in the comments if you think it's going to be Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, or if it's going to be the fatal four-way that Matt, I did predict many months ago. It was going to be a fatal four-way. I think we're
last month.
Whatever. Last month before. It don't matter. It doesn't matter because we're here to talk about it with all of you. So let's dig into it. MVP Elimination Chamber has happened. We're going to go through it match by match. We're going to talk about it. And let's see what we thought. Let's see what the folks watching thought. That you could drop it in the comments below. So we started with the Women's Elimination Chamber. A lot of good action in here. Kiana James, I think that the company feels highly about her because she actually had a lot of time in this chamber. And she wasn't like laying out, buying time. She was actually involved in a lot of spots here. So that was good. And then obviously we got the winner, which watching SmackDown last night when they dropped the titles, I immediately knew Rhea's winning this chamber match because this is what's going to happen. So give me your thoughts. What do you think about this match?
Well, initially, all signs were pointing to Tiffany Stratton and the rematch of her and Jade Cargill, which nobody wanted at this point. I also didn't like Rhea Ripley going into it because then it'd take her away from Raw, put her on SmackDown. I was thinking maybe as a company they want Rhea Ripley to be on Netflix. So and plus, this was before they dropped the titles last night. So I'm like, oh, she's got to stick with Io in the tag team division.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I wanted Raquel to possibly do it, and she killed in this match. She cooked.
Yeah,
she's dominant. You can see her confidence is sky high right now. Ever since she channeled her inner Kevin Nash.
Big Mommy cool.
but I'm guessing her involvement with the Women's World Championship and Liv Morgan, that story still's got to play out. Other than that, Rhea really did seem like the logical choice here, being that they dropped the titles last night, and then because Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Kiana James, they got at this point right now they got no business facing Jade Cargill in the main event of WrestleMania. So
yeah, I mean, this gives you a big powerhouse showdown for Mania. I mean, many more people are going to want to see this versus Tiffany and Jade again. Not to say that we won't see that later, right? But I do think that, so it's interesting what you said, that they might want to keep Rhea on Netflix because she was on Raw. Does that maybe point to her losing to help build Jade up? Do you think that they would do that to Rhea? Because Rhea's also young and needs to be built up. Well, she's still built up, but I mean, as far as like, I don't see them like feeding her to Jade to make Jade better. But what do you think? That does create an interesting point you were saying here. Maybe she does stay on Netflix. She loses to Jade.
I can see that. I think Rhea's good enough that she takes a loss to Jade. It won't hit her as much as if Jade lost to her, because she's already been a multi-time world champion. Jade's still trying to figure her way in this company. She's still, learning, while at the same time being an attraction. So her losing would really, really put a dent in, her credibility. So I preliminarily, I see Jade retaining at Mania. How she does it, up to anyone.
I guess the problem is you have her going to a showdown where Rhea and she wins, and then what? Me, Chin, and B-Fab after Rhea? Because it seems like that's all
triple
you have.
triple threat breakout stars.
Oh my god.
um, well, maybe around that time, Judgment Day will have already been
Disbanded.
disbanded. So after Raquel has done with her business with Liv, maybe she gets a fresh start on SmackDown and maybe a few there. Um, the women's tag champs now, what do they call it? The Irresistible
The
Forces.
irresistible forces, yeah.
Yeah. They could be a but Jade's a heel. They're a heel. Um, in order for that to happen, one would have to turn. Same with Raquel. She's probably gonna end up turning into a face. And then however long it takes Bianca's finger to heal,
Yeah, there's that
they
too.
can they can wait for that to happen. Um, right now, just to get the belt off of Jade, just to get it off of her, is not the right move. But she also does need to start defending the title.
Yeah. And actually hearing you say that, then I'm thinking if Rhea does win it and takes it off Jade, who does Rhea face? Michin and B-Fab. So it's really, no matter what happens, you still need to build up the division. And maybe you get fresher matchups with, Rhea going to SmackDown facing Tiffany for the title, or,
Yeah.
maybe Bianca when she comes back. Different things you could do. But yeah, so that happened. What would you rate that match? It was a pretty good match. It was entertaining.
Yeah. Um, putting Alexa Bliss out early on with the mist um, seemed to be the logical way to go because she's probably going to end up being in a match with Charlotte. And then Raquel, the double pin,
Yeah, that was dope.
and then her being dominant. Uh, I give it a B. It was a pretty good match.
I'm with you on that. Yeah,
The ladies cooked.
they did. They did. But like you said, Raquel, she's showing a lot of promise moving forward. I mean, and she already has been,
Absolutely.
but like
Mhm.
she's going to be a superstar here in the next year or so, and maybe even world champion. I think that they're maybe saving her and Liv falling out until after Liv wins it, maybe off Stephanie. But I do like that we kind of don't know. Like usually, like I was worried this WrestleMania would be like locked, like, oh yeah, this will happen, and then we'll move forward. But maybe they fight before that. Maybe they fight after. I don't know. I kind of like the uncertainty, but I'm with you on the B. So moving on to Becky and AJ Lee. Um, this is kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of ref
Yep.
bumps, a lot of different things happening. Um, AJ Lee, look, I hated on her last week, okay? And I
Mm-hmm.
still feel how I feel, but the match was not as bad as I thought it would be. She did do her thing in
Yeah.
the ring. She did hold her own. Becky looks like she's coming back, and then she don't come back, and AJ ends up making her tap.
Yeah.
So I do see Becky maybe going extra. What is it? Maniac is the word on Monday, and Jessica Carr and all them. So
Yeah.
I do see that happening. Obviously, this is what I kind of said last week. I think that she wins and just carries it to Mania, where she's going to drop it to Becky again. But overall, what did you think of the match? They went for like 15, almost 20 minutes, I think, 17 minutes, something like that.
Yeah. It was okay. I did end up taking a bathroom break during the match, so it kind of. But when I got back, it was okay. The ref involvement, like you said, um, her getting in between, especially when Becky threatened to put AJ's head through the exposed turnbuckle,
Yeah.
and then I don't, and then yeah, like you said, I didn't think AJ winning the title here made sense, but they are in Chicago. What better way to you know solidify your return with a title win
Yeah.
in your quote unquote hometown?
Yep.
in
Yeah, I
front
mean,
of all your people.
they love doing that in Chicago because they know that we'll boo them
Yeah.
out of the building.
Yeah.
So they got to make us happy at some point. But
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of predictable. Like, you got to give AJ the win, but
Yeah.
you also have to not keep her as champion. And usually between Rumble and Mania is when like a lot of part-timers decide that they want to be full-time and be here every week. So I think we'll see AJ every week. All these Raws are going to be stacked until Mania. Brock and AJ and everyone's going to be there. So
Roman.
and then after WrestleMania, you look like Will Smith at the last episode of Fresh Prince, just looking around at the empty living room. Where'd everybody go? But yeah, it was not a bad match. I do still feel how I feel about
not
AJ.
a bad match, but you know, it's not a bad match for it being AJ's first singles match in 11 years. So
right.
Yeah. Let's see.
I would say C plus. Let's give him a little bit.
Okay,
C plus.
C plus. Yeah, it was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Moving on to CM Punk versus Finn Balor. So
okay, but before you say anything, I was won over when I heard the first notes of Sirius.
Oh yeah.
By the Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah.
That right there told me this was going to be a good time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I popped like a little girl. I was glued. My eyes were glued to the screen for this match. Just because of that song, because you and I, big Bulls fans, and then they even have Ray Clay announce him to the ring.
Yeah, that was dope.
What a dream for any Chicago kid. I mean, especially ones that were around in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, if this was in like the Allstate Arena, that moment wouldn't have hit as much, but the United Center.
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah.
Hits.
Oh man. Yes. And then Punk with his Chicago Blackhawk gear, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. It was big Chicago, like they were trying to spoon feed us some stuff. They didn't want us to boo what comes after this match, but we did anyway. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So the match was good. It wasn't, like a squash to make Punk look super strong or anything. He had to fight for this win. The coup de grace on him going after the ribs the whole match, it obviously kind of gave Finn some hope spots. But I mean, here's where we got to talk, okay? Because I'm okay with everything that happened, the match, everything. Did Finn not shake Punk's hand at the last match to then come out and obliterate Punk and put it try to take him out? And now we're shaking hands again? Like, why are we doing? But I do think that that's setting up, Judgment Day is going to be looking at him like he's a wuss because, you couldn't do it on your own. And then you shook his hand after everything he said about us. Like, they're definitely moving to Finn versus Dom for Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You said this. I thought this match cooked. Back and forths. And it was a brutal match. You saw Punk busted open at the mouth, and if you saw the post show, CM Punk's face really looked like it got ran over.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very physical match. That continues the storyline with Finn and Judgment Day for sure. And I really hope this is the beginning of seeing Finn Balor back in the main event scene, whether or not he has the Intercontinental title.
Yeah. I'm assuming Judgment Day is going to be beating him down every week in the build to this match with Dom.
Okay.
Do you think we see the Demon at WrestleMania for the first time in how long?
That'd be nice. See the demon
Yeah, that'd be dope.
dominate Dominic.
Yeah. That kind of rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Now imagine this. Imagine if this wasn't Mania season and we didn't know that CM Punk and Roman was a pretty much lock. This match would have made you think, oh shit, Finn's winning this. Like this,
For sure.
This could happen.
Yep.
But it's Chicago and it's on the road to WrestleMania. CM Punk was not losing this match, but
No.
I don't know if we're going to feel different about this. What did you think about AJ Lee coming out with her title and being this couple in the ring?
Why not?
I get it.
Why not?
They did it because they're in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
But it's like,
Absolutely.
I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit. I'm like, oh.
Hey, it was a moment for them in front of, I'm sure they had family ringside. It's a moment for them, moment for their family. I don't hate it. I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. It just roll your eyes a little bit. You're like, oh, of course. But it's all good. It was all good. So it was a big Chicago night. Okay, especially for CM Punk. We gave his wife the title. He won the title. He had a great match. He comes out with the Bulls, all this stuff. They even brought out a friend of his in the crate with the, what do they call them? The Housenettes? The Dan Housenettes.
Wait, what? I thought it was Jericho.
Oh, no. It couldn't be. He's still on the AEW roster page. But you know who wasn't on the AEW roster page this afternoon? Danhausen. But having the coffin and all that, and like I get they were trying to introduce this character. Chicago did not like it. I did not like it. You didn't. I don't know. Did you like it?
No, not one bit. I mean, I popped when I saw it, but then it ended and like, really?
So it was like
all
AJ Lee for me. The nostalgia wore off fast.
No, but it's like all that build up for that.
Yeah. Yeah, this could have been
at least
an email.
AJ's the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah. This could have been an email. Like Danhausen's over
Yeah,
there,
for sure. Yeah.
A
Raw debut.
Well, and
NXT debut.
Think about NXT would have been. I think the crowd would have popped more in NXT. They're more diehard fans in NXT.
Yeah,
they would have known how many people tuned in because it's WrestleMania season. It's like church people going to church only Easter and Christmas. The Creasters. You got the Royal Rumble to Mania fans, and then they fall off the rest of the year. They don't know who the hell that was. They don't know anything about this guy. And they're like, what is this? Putting teeth on the broadcast table. Like, even Michael Cole's like, is this real? Did this really happen? Yeah, the crate reveal was absolutely terrible. And I knew it would be. I told you last week, I'm like, I have no faith in this crate. It's Jericho or bust.
You thought it could possibly be Bianca.
I thought it was another pod. I thought that'd be cool. Like have a 7th member in an Elimination Chamber match, but
they've done 7 people in a chamber before. It just started off as a triple threat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like as far as like we were advertised 6 people in the chamber.
Yeah.
And then the 7th pod would have appeared and I'm like, oh well, what is this? Like that'd have been cool, but Danhausen. Alrighty then. But leads us to the main event of the evening, the men's Elimination Chamber match. I love it. I loved it because Cody and not Raheem. Cody and
Cody is Raheem.
Cody and Javon and Trick was in there. And when Cody got taken out a little bit, it was that nice NXT callback. Like now we got Trick and Javon again going at it. And I just thought everyone was cooking in this match. There was a lot happening though. All sorts of masked people and the chamber supposed to keep people out. Everyone was in this match.
Yeah.
So we have this guy, right, that shows up as the masked man, which by the way, he's in Seth Rollins' wrestling school. So
on SmackDown.
Yeah. So then tonight you have the masked man. He comes out. Like, who the hell is this guy? Takes him out.
It's a different guy.
And then another guy comes out. and it's Seth Rollins. So
Yeah.
no one is there for him to feud with in the Vision.
Mm-hmm.
So now he has to feud with Logan Paul at WrestleMania when Logan Paul had
And,
nothing to do with him getting kicked
yeah.
out of the Vision. But that's their, they're trying to
Okay.
save it. So
So Logan Paul had 3 eliminations in this chamber.
that was crazy.
First, I thought, come on. And then after that, I thought, there's no way he's going to win. There's no way he's going to win. In 3 eliminations, and he's part of the final 3. And Seth freaking Rollins answered my prayers.
Yeah.
And now they're going to feud with. Now Seth is going to feud with the Vision with 2 people that weren't in the Vision when he was kicked out.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks.
I mean, there's nothing you. This is the only way you could have gone because of the injuries, and he still has unfinished business with the Vision, and I guess you're gonna have Seth and Logan part 2 at Mania.
Looks like it does look like, but I had to pause there to see what you thought because Logan Paul was looking like a menace, like eliminating everyone. And I'm like,
Yeah.
in my head, I'm like, if he wins, MVP is going to crash out.
Oh, dude. Well, all right. It also had me feeling some type of way because earlier in the day, I did happen to see his reaction to him being rated a 90
Oh yeah,
in 2K26, and Kevin Owens having something to say about it, and him calling Kevin Owens like, he's like, "Oh, you're just on the couch. I'm here every week," and I'm like, dude, you haven't been full time for even a year yet, and you're coming at somebody who's just coming off a neck surgery, who's been full time since 2017.
yeah,
Really?
10 years almost. Yeah,
It's like, dude, come. I mean, athletic ability, being a natural in the ring. I still can't stand this motherfucker.
I know you can't, but I'm gonna hit you with this little tidbit before we move on.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like it. I've said it before, but like,
Yeah.
just look at Logan Paul. Look what he
Okay.
does, what he says. He's the perfect wrestler. He's the best heel type of wrestler. Like, there's no one that can come close to him as far as like how he is being so obnoxious and arrogant and heelish. Like, even heels that we have now are like bad guys, but he is so good at getting under people's skin. That's very hard to do. And he can back it up in the ring with his athletic ability. I will tell you, he's probably one of the best heels in the company.
Okay,
It's a hot take.
I will rebuttal you. You saying he's the perfect wrestler. I think he sucks on the mic.
Really?
Anything? Yeah, absolutely. So the number one above everything when it comes to mic work is believability.
Right.
I don't believe anything he fucking says.
True. Which makes him a great heel because you don't know what to believe.
Yeah, but that makes him far from the perfect wrestler.
Well, I hate to tell you this. Like, I do enjoy some of it. Like, did you see? I love the fan angles when they take videos from the crowd and someone held up a bubble or a sign that said Logan Paul likes bubble baths. And he goes, "You don't know anything about me." And he's like, "I don't take bubble baths." And then he tells Bronson Reed, he's got a sign saying I take bubble baths. And Bronson Reed is like, "What's wrong with that?" And he's like, and then he looks at the crowd, he's, "And what if I did take bubble baths?" Like, it's just entertaining to me. I can't explain it to you. But he does that where he
I
gets
want
mic'd up for his
to.
little commercial break segments. It's pretty funny.
I want to say I saw him react to a sign saying he eats spaghetti the long way.
That's funny. But okay, back to the chamber. So
or no. I'm sorry. I said it wrong. He eats spaghetti with a spoon. I don't know. I
oh
don't know. It might have been the long way. I don't know.
yeah.
Something stupid like that, and he reacts to it. Um, it's quite humorous. But dude, I don't believe I don't believe a word he says on the mic. Becky Lynch, arguably like the best women's heel right now, always says, I'm the greatest of all time. It's not just me saying it. It's Sports Illustrated. Whenever she says that, I fucking believe she thinks that.
Yeah. Well,
I don't believe anything Logan says.
I'm really waiting for the day that he's going to win a world title and you're just going to crash out on the
Oh,
show because that's going to
dude.
happen. He's going to win one day.
If he wins a world title, I'm going on hiatus. I will not review. MVP is not going in Raw anymore. Triple threat will just be a singles match.
No, you will. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you. You're gonna fall
I
in love
will
with
not
it.
love it, man. I will not.
And you're gonna drink Prime all the way.
How long have I been drinking Prime?
A long time. You got me
A
on
long
it.
time. I still fucking hate this guy. No matter, and I'm lining up his pockets with some money.
Tell me you didn't like him a little bit when you tasted the strawberry banana for the first time. You're like, all right,
No,
he can get some things right.
no. I
Just not a
no.
fan. All right.
Not a fan. I love the strawberry banana, but
It's fire.
no.
Or the firecracker one.
That
All right,
that family. Yeah, we're
this is not the
okay.
Prime sponsored.
Yeah.
Now, if you want us to talk more about Prime, Logan Paul, shoot us a DM. But
Sponsor the podcast.
one of us
and
likes
maybe I'll
a
hate
little
you
bit.
less.
Yeah. Then you'd have to.
But like moving on, we like you said, the chamber was supposed to keep people out. We had the masked man take out Logan Paul, revealed to be Seth Rollins.
Yep.
And then we have Drew McIntyre screw Cody.
Yes. Which I did say was probably going to happen.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we said.
Well, we did, yeah. And it was nice because Orton took him out, and you're thinking the same thing that happened to Sammy is going to happen. Orton's being a good guy, and Cody's going to take advantage, but kind of went the other way. Cody started helping out, and then Randy took advantage. He RKO'd him and took him down. So I know towards the end of it, Nick Aldis went to the post match or the post show desk.
Yeah.
Said he's tired of it, tired of everything. Drew is facing Cody for the title this Friday. Now, here's the uncertainty. The match, first of all, the match was pretty good. I like the match.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Solid match. Showcase some of your younger talent, Javon and Trick Williams. LA Knight getting eliminated by Logan was kind of crazy, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so.
It's like a payback for you taking my United States title.
Yeah. And that leads to, is LA Knight done with the Vision? Is his Mania match against Austin Theory? Because Logan Paul's going to face Seth. So is it LA Knight and Austin Theory for Mania? Or is it LA Knight and Brock, which no one wants?
No, I think LA Knight is kind of lost in the shuffle right now. There's so many moving parts right now.
Due to injuries.
But also, he should be in play for the main event scene, and there's just not room right now.
Yeah.
There's so many moving parts.
Yep. So back to what I was saying. So Nick Aldis said Cody's going to get a title match on Friday. Drew does not like that. Yeah. But
nope.
Here's the uncertainty. Is Cody going to win it? And there's going to be Orton and Cody at Mania? Or do we get to the Fatal 4-Way?
So you still figure Jacob Fatu is going to be in this match?
I mean, he needs resolution. So the only way you get resolution is if Cody, like for everyone, if you want to have it Cody and Orton at Mania, which by the way is a main event people will want to see. Okay.
Yeah.
But I also don't like that. Before I get to Jacob Fatu, I don't like it either because if Cody wins the title, I don't want to see him retain against Randy at Mania. So is Cody really going to be a transitional champion to Orton for 2 months? Like, I don't like that. I would rather it just be the fatal 4-way and Randy win it there if you're going to do that. That's me.
I also see Jacob screwing Drew McIntyre, which forces them into a singles match.
Well, that's what I was getting at. If you want Cody and Orton at Mania, then Drew and Cody, or Drew and Jacob in a match.
I kind of don't mind Cody being transitional champion.
Just to build up to a moment of Orton beating him.
Yeah, I mean it's not like Edge beating Cena in the Chamber for his first world title and then losing it at the Rumble next month. Like Cody's already established as the guy,
and then he wins it and can't beat the next guy. You know,
but there it's still building the story.
Right,
like,
right.
What if Orton turns heel at Mania? Underhanded tactics, wins the title, wins number 15.
Yeah.
It's going to be centered around that number 15.
But Triple H is not going to let Orton pass him in title reigns. So if he gets 15,
maybe
that's it.
Hey, he did call Randy Orton a long time ago the cold that'll be squeezed into the next diamond.
True.
So
I think I would rather it be the fatal 4-way because at this point, if Cody wins the title and faces Orton at Mania, Drew has already said, I did not attack Jacob Fatu. So are we saying he's lying then? And then that's why they're having a match because he actually did?
He did say, I've been lying to you this whole time. I'm always going to get involved.
Right. But I mean, as far as that goes, like what I want from Drew is like, be a bullshit heel, like lie if you want. But like when you say something like, I know I said a lot of stuff, but I did not attack that guy. I want to believe you. And like, okay, you didn't. So who did? And I kind of like the fatal 4-way happening because it opens up more possibilities of twists and turns in the match. I think that Orton and Cody and Jacob and Drew are just kind of like set in stone kind of things. But if you have a fatal 4-way, you could somehow build up the thing of like, oh, here's who actually attacked Jacob. It could be Cody, and then there could be turns and twists in the story. I feel that would be better, especially since everyone's involved in it anyway. Like everyone and their mother's in the story. You got Sami Zayn even involved in it, crashing out backstage and telling people he's sorry and then flipping tables because he said he's sorry. Like he can't help it. It's the Canadian in him. Sorry. But,
Or he could get involved in Scrooge or McIntyre.
That's the thing is, I don't know where they're going with Sammy. Does he nut up and fucking cost someone a match here and like show some initiative, or is he going to be this? You're right, man. I'm sorry. I was just not thinking clearly. I'm sorry. First of all, him going up to Jacob and saying, I think you took out Jay. What a wild thing to do to a Samoan werewolf. What a wild thing to do. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of ways you can go. I still am going to hold out hope for the fatal 4-way. Although you do have this lingering Aleister Black story. Randy said after a Chamber, I'm looking for you. So you can't really have him feud with Aleister on the way to Mania because you should be building his match with the champion at Mania. So I don't know. There's so many things.
I want to say after next SmackDown, things would be pretty clear.
Yeah.
Of where things will be headed at Mania.
You know what? I think as you said that, the idea popped in my head. It's going to be a fatal 4-way. Because in this match with Drew and Cody, Jacob's going to interfere and cost it and make it a disqualification. Because he's got to get his hands on Drew for costing him the qualifier with Logan Paul. Along with that random mystery guy that went to Seth Rollins' school. But I think Jacob interferes here. And that's already your catalyst for, Nick Aldis is going to come out in a couple of weeks and say, you know what? I have had it with all this. You're all facing each other. Winner take all. I'm done with this. I can see it happening.
I'm fed up with all of this. You're not champion anymore, and the matches are canceled.
If they really want to sell this PLE WrestleMania and they need to sell tickets, just say, you know what? You guys hate each other. This is just a blood feud on so many fronts. Fatal 4-way Hell in a Cell. Orton, Cody, Drew, and Jacob. Take out all your frustrations. This is the end of it. I don't want to see anything from you guys after
Has there been a Hell in a Cell at Mania?
A long time ago.
Oh, no. Very recent.
Undertaker and Shane
McMahon.
But that was like 10 years ago almost. The WrestleMania 33, 34. Yeah. I think there's been a few. I know Undertaker and Big Boss Man had one where there was a live murder on television. Yeah, it was a live murder on pay-per-view because he hung a rope from Big Boss Man and took the Hell in a Cell up. What a wild time in wrestling. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Am I on the right path there? Jacob causes the distraction, builds this fatal 4-way.
Yeah, I'm not. I know we predicted something like that, but I'm not convinced it's going to be a fatal 4-way because what was the Chamber win for?
Well, to get him into the match, to get him into a title match.
Yeah, but at this point, he's the only one that's owed a title match. If you're just going to put Jacob Fatu in there just because he interfered because of Drew McIntyre, it's like, what the fuck?
Well,
and then why has Cody got to be in it? He didn't win anything.
Well, so technically what you just said, this is the perfect way I can explain it to you based on what you just said. Randy Orton's the only one owed a title match.
Yeah.
Jacob could have the argument, if Drew didn't cost me my qualifier, I could have won that Chamber and been in that title match. And if he interferes this Friday in their match, Cody could have said, I could have won the title if they didn't cost me my title. Like, they all could have an argument that I should have had a straightforward path to get to where we need to be. So they all kind of have an argument.
But they all could have in their argument. Who's the only one that doesn't have could have in their argument?
Randy Orton. I like the healthy debate. Next week after SmackDown, we're going to really know where we're going here.
Yeah.
If Cody does not win the title at SmackDown, it's a fatal 4-way at minimum. Maybe a 5-way if Sammy gets involved, but I'm not holding out hope for that. But then I don't know what you do with Sammy either at WrestleMania. But if Cody wins on SmackDown, it's Cody and Orton, and that's it.
I think Sammy turns heel at Mania.
In what capacity?
Cody the title.
Oh, really?
If it's a 1-on-1.
Ooh, I like it.
Cost Cody the title.
I would love to see a Sammy and Cody feud.
That should just popped in my head right now.
That's why we got to have good conversation, because things just pop in our head here. It's awesome. But anyway, if you watched along this long, drop in the comments. What was your favorite match on the PLE? What did you think of the whole Chicago theme? Did you like Danhausen and the Hausenettes? The Broadway spectacle, Danhausen. But if you liked it, let us know. We will respond. We always like to communicate with you in the comments. And MVP, we'll see you on the next one.